From the bright lights of the court to the harsh reality of prison cells, these NBA stars had it all: fame, fortune, and talent. But their success on the court couldn't save them from the consequences of their actions off the court. Join me as we delve into the captivating stories of basketball legends who saw their careers and freedom slam dunk by legal troubles and prison time. Number 1. Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson, also known as The Answer, was one of the most electrifying players to ever grace an NBA court. He was a 10-time NBA All-Star, MVP, and Hall of Famer. But before he became an NBA legend, Iverson had a brush with the law that almost derailed his career. Way back in 1993 on Valentine's Day, Iverson was a senior in high school, the captain of his basketball team, and the talk of the town. But on that fateful night, everything changed. Iverson and his friends get into a brawl with a group of white men in a bowling alley in Hampton, Virginia. The altercation ended with several people injured, and Iverson and 3 of his friends were arrested and charged with multiple counts. Iverson maintained his innocence and claimed he was not involved in the altercation. Even though several witnesses testified that Iverson did not participate in the fight, he was found guilty of 3 felony counts of maiming by mob. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison, but was granted clemency by the governor of Virginia, George Allen, after serving 4 months of his sentence. The incident and its aftermath profoundly impacted Iverson's life and career. The conviction caused him to miss a full season of college basketball, and he was forced to transfer to a different school. He was also banned from playing in the Virginia High School League, which meant he could never play in front of his hometown fans again. But Iverson was determined to make it to the NBA, and he worked tirelessly to turn his life around. He went on to have a successful college career and was selected first overall in the 1996 NBA Draft. He's undoubtedly one of the most electrifying players the game has ever seen. He's arguably the most famous NBA star who's previously spent time in prison. Number 2. Larry Sanders. During his days as a center for the Milwaukee Bucks, Larry Sanders was a towering figure on the court. He was known for his shot-blocking ability and his intimidating presence on defense. But off the court, Sanders had a tumultuous journey that eventually led him to serving jail time. In 2013, Sanders was arrested for disorderly conduct after getting into a physical altercation at a Milwaukee nightclub. He pleaded guilty to the charge and was sentenced to community service. However, Sanders' legal troubles were far from over. In 2014, he was arrested again, this time for assault and battery after getting into a fight with a man outside of a downtown Milwaukee club. He pled guilty to the charge and was sentenced to probation. In 2015, Sanders was arrested yet again, this time for possession of marijuana. He was sentenced to community service and fines. These incidents, combined with Sanders' struggles with anxiety and depression, led him to take a hiatus from basketball in order to focus on his mental health. He eventually returned to the NBA, but his legal troubles and mental health struggles continued to haunt him. All the NBA stars I have mentioned were fortunate to have spent less time behind bars, but the next 3 basketball players were not as fortunate. They served longer terms in jail. Who are they? Keep watching. Number 3. Jason Williams. Jason Williams was a fierce competitor on the court during his days as a power forward for the New Jersey Nets and Philadelphia 76ers. He was known for his tenacity, physicality, and hustle. However, his life took a dramatic turn in 2002 when he was involved in a tragic incident that resulted in him serving time in jail. On February 14, 2002, Williams hosted a party at his mansion in New Jersey. During the course of the evening, Williams, who had been drinking heavily, decided to show off his 12-gauge shotgun to his guests. As he handled the weapon, it accidentally discharged, killing his limousine driver, Kostas Gus Christofi. The incident sent shockwaves throughout the sports world, and Williams was immediately arrested and charged with manslaughter. He was initially acquitted of the most serious charges, but was later found guilty of covering up the incident. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Williams' legal troubles didn't end there, as he also faced a civil lawsuit by Christofi's family. He eventually settled the case for an undisclosed amount. The incident had a profound impact on Williams' life, and he struggled with alcohol and drug addiction in the years that followed. He eventually entered rehab, turned his life around, and became a better man. Number 4. Delonte West. Delonte West was a talented guard who played for several teams during his NBA career, including the Boston Celtics, Seattle Supersonics, and Cleveland Cavaliers. He was known for his tough and gritty style of play, but off the court he struggled with personal demons that eventually led to him serving time in jail. In September 2009, West was arrested in Maryland for carrying weapons, including a handgun and a shotgun. He pled guilty to the charges, and as a result, he was sentenced to 8 months of home detention and 2 years of probation. The incident was widely reported in the media, and it was revealed that West had been struggling with mental health issues for some time. West's legal troubles didn't end there. In 2020, he was arrested in Maryland again, charged with multiple weapons and traffic offenses. He was also charged with assault and later was sentenced to 8 months in jail. The incident was a shocking turn of events for West, who had built a reputation as a hard-working and dedicated player. It was a reminder that even those who seem to have it all can struggle with personal demons and fall into hard times. Number 5. William Bedford. William Bedford, a former first-round draft pick for the Detroit Pistons in 1986, had a promising career in the NBA. He played for several teams during his career, including the Suns, Detroit Pistons, and Dallas Mavericks. However, despite his success on the court, Bedford struggled with drug addiction, which ultimately led to his downfall. In 2008, Bedford was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. The substance in question was a large amount of marijuana, which was found in Bedford's possession during a traffic stop. Bedford's legal troubles didn't stop there. He was also charged with being a convicted felon in possession of firearms, as several guns were found in his home during a search by law enforcement. These additional charges only added to the severity of Bedford's situation. During the trial, Bedford's legal team argued that he had been struggling with drug addiction for many years, and the marijuana found in his possession was for personal use, not for distribution. However, the prosecution argued that the large quantity of marijuana found in Bedford's possession was indicative of intent to distribute. Ultimately, the jury found Bedford guilty on all counts. In 2010, he was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison. This was a harsh sentence, but it was believed that it would serve as a deterrent for others who might be tempted to engage in similar criminal activities. While the stories of these NBA stars who have been in prison may be disheartening, they serve as a reminder that no one's immune to the consequences of their actions. Their experiences serve as a cautionary tale for not only athletes, but for all of us, that the choices we make can have a significant impact on our lives. That'll be all for today's video. Thanks for staying tuned. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you can always get to watch more amazing videos like this. See you in the next video. Make sure to check this next video chosen for you. See you there.